All right, folks, it is absolutely crunch time. With just 8 days until the big event, there is still a lot to get done. Today, we're actually taking my wood shop skills into the field for some crucial updates. Now, it's funny how organized we are in the shop, but the moment we have to bring everything out into the field, it suddenly feels like chaos. There's been so many times I've been out at the land needing something that I know I have neatly stored back at the shop. Well, that's why I'm actually excited to get started with making the most commonly used tools and putting them into a pack-out system. It'll keep everything easily accessible in the shop, but also ready to grab while I head out to the land. Now, irregardless, today we have got several builds and improvements to knock out before the overnight event, and the clock is ticking. But with a solid plan and honestly some solid hustle, I know that we can pull this off, as I got a bunch of friends coming on out that are going to be helping with these projects. So the truck of the trailer is loaded and with everything we need. So, well, let's hope it's everything that we need. So let's go ahead and leave the shop behind as we head out to the land. All right, guys, good morning. It is just before everyone starts arriving for today's projects list. The first one is going to be the infamous latrine. And I'm excited for this one. As we approach the latrine, you'll notice there's just a narrow path. We're widening this area with road base to create a solid foundation for both wings. So when it comes to the latrine, there's quite a few things we need to do. One, you can see that we've got this is going to be our clean water. We are going to also be installing said sink on the outside that will be pressure or gravity fed from this. We've also got a couple of solar powered lights that we're going to be powering that'll shine through here for when we do our evening type adventures, and then one shining out here on the pathway, so when people are walking down from HQ to use the bathroom, then we can do that. Now, the other thing is going to be the toilet. Let me flip around here. So as of right now, it's in a self-containing unit, but it's actually going to exit down through the floor, and it'll go into a tank, which Gear had installed last time. So you can kind of see right here our new setup that we're going to end up be doing. And then that way we can utilize the trolley or the tote there to wheel over to our septic system, and we can dump that out. And then we're going to have it so that way we don't have to be a completely uncivilized bunch. If you want to see how the individual components of the shade structure works, well, be sure to check out my other video that dives into the details of the shade and its functionality. Today, though, I want to give you a tour of this mega shade structure. It's actually a series of segments that are put together to form one large shade metropolis. A couple of issues that we've ran into are that the grommets have worn down from the friction against the wire. And with winter coming, I also want to make the structure easy to be removed. So today we'll be replacing the grommets and adding quick links. This way, the shade cloth can be easily detached at the end of the season. Reinforcements. Hey, buddy, what do you got going here? Oh, that's beautiful stuff. We got some road base. Let's go. Up next, we're moving to the headquarters. This is actually the heart of the event, where most people will gather during the overnight. It's where all of the cooking happens, and it's the hub for community and fellowship. This space really brings everyone together. All right, guys, let me give you a tour, kind of a broader view of HQ, or at least the inside. This started off as a single unit, but we've added wings on to expand it. Now, first I want to show you the floor. Here's where we'll be laying down some additional road base, and as we tend to move in towards the center, this is where we'll be hanging out a lot. This is right by where the fire pit's going to be and where most of the community happens. Now, over here, this is going to be the mess hall area, and this is where our volunteers have really requested for more of a level work surface and the addition of some extra workspace and or countertops. So we're adding a countertop, and we're going to be adding the road base to level everything off and pack it down. And right here, we're going to be adding a 10 by 10 storage unit within the next couple of months. This area is going to be fantastic. So, as you can see, I'm actually using my 7 1/4 dual bevel sliding miter saw. This is the model 2733-20. This thing is an absolute beast, you guys, and with it being battery powered, it is incredibly convenient, especially when paired with the Bora Centipede portable table. This combo has been a dream for projects like this, where I need to take my equipment out of the shop. Here you can see Cisco is actually digging a hole that we're going to be using a 10-inch Sonos tube, which can be used as a pillar for the roof structure. And meanwhile, we're watering down the floor so it can be tampered and packed in tightly. This stuff hardens up really well once it sets. Now, here you'll see my son teaching this little spark plug how to spray the floor. Now, sure, it might be quicker to handle this ourselves, but one of the things I love about our community is that we take the time, even when it's not convenient, to teach the next generation. These moments are about more than just getting the job done and getting it done quickly. It's about passing the baton, because one day, they'll be the ones leading, and the skills and the values that we pass now will shape how they take on that responsibility.
I love it. All right. Great job. High five. Boom.
At this point, we're heading back down to the latrine for an update. D-Vader and Bandit are busy working on the sandbags, and as we get back up to the shade structure, you'll notice that the sandbags now surround the entire perimeter of the yard. They're also forming the walls of the outside foundation of the latrine. Now, inside the latrine, you can actually see Gearhead getting ready to connect the waste tube to the toilet. Someone illegally dumped these tires on our property, and while getting mad wouldn't solve anything, I decided to turn it into an opportunity. So, instead of letting them go to waste, we're transforming these tires into rustic outdoor chairs. And if you want the full details on how to make them, check out my other video. These chairs turned out awesome. They are perfect for a setting like this, where the rustic vibe is exactly what you're looking for.
Plus we got all the backrest cut, and we're just gonna be working on the base, right? All the above. Woo, woo. All right, calling for you, Gearhead. Watch your prophetic words. We're recording. That's a smile. I like the smile. Hey, there's a toilet, and it's got water feed. Oh, come on. We got the sink. Check the, now I'm liking this. All right, party folks. Whoa, just backed into the truck. That is looking good. So we widened it just a little bit so that we could have an area to come over here, wash your hands outside of it. And we don't know exactly about over here. Maybe once upon a time we'll do something, but we've got the tank. So you moved it. So are we?
It's only there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so then this will go down to the sink.
Yep.
And then we've got our fill valve, which is, oops, that's just right up there. And we've got our Milwaukee lift pump that will actually serve us to do that. We got to figure out those keys, where we're going to keep those, especially so we don't lose them. All right, perfect. This is looking good. It's like that. And we got the foot pedal. There you go. Say goodbye to all your lofty deposits right down there. That almost looks like a plywood, but that's the bottom of the tank, right?
It is.
Perfect. And you do good work. What would you like to say to everyone, all your fans, which I'm the biggest one, don't forget.
Nothing.
What? That's terrible.
Nope, I'm good.
This Milwaukee M18 transfer pump has been a total game changer for us. We don't have a water source out here at the land, so every time that we need water, I bring my 50-gallon storage tank, and I use this battery-powered unit. I can actually pump water directly into our tank. The best part is, I only have to do this once in a while, and it supplies both our toilet as well as our sink. It makes everything so much easier. Now, this next portion is a bit more of a fun addition. We've got a 4x4 post where we're adding some directional signage. It's definitely not necessary, but I have found that in life, it's the little details that really enhance the experience. So here you can see my son and I putting up the signs. I actually used the Mildcraft system with my router to get the letters just right. As we're putting up the signage, you'll notice that we used the same thickness board wedged between the signs we just installed and the ones that were above it to put it up. This way, we only had to level the first sign and the rest would automatically align with it. After that, I actually cut it down some 2x4s into arrow shapes and just spray painted them. This allows me to adjust the signs if the location were to ever change. So for me, small touches like this really make the difference. I really love how the arrows stand off of the board, adding a bit of dimension and giving it almost a three-dimensional effect. All right, guys, we have completed our day. I wish I could say that we got more done, but at the same token, we got a lot done. So come around here, Bones. I wanted to show you guys what we actually finished as far as in the mess hall. So first of all, we got a brand new floor. This is road base that has been sprayed and tampered. So this is pretty much all set. Go ahead. We also finished the tabletop, so we're gonna have additional counter space. We just have to cut the top, which I'll do this week. And then of course, remember, all of this is going out because we're getting a 10 by 10 storage right here. So let's go ahead and now head over to the latrine. All right, so when it comes to the latrine, guys, we actually got a lot done with this as well, but it's not completely finished as of yet. So we actually got the front base. You guys could see that we actually expanded the sidewalk. So we incorporated it so that we can actually utilize the sink over here. But this is road base again that has been sprayed, tampered down, and we've got this going. This is gonna be a gravity-fed water system for our sink. We have a large indwelling tank that'll hold, really, this is probably gonna hold 80-some gallons worth of water, and there'll be a little spring action faucet that allow us to not accidentally leave it on and drain all of our water. So here's the sink system, and then inside we got the toilet. The toilet actually got mounted. It's actually not holding a seal. So Gearhead's gonna actually be grabbing some different parts for that, but it turned out great. We're gonna be walling this off inside of here. And let's go ahead and around the back. Follow me around the back here for a second. And so here we've got the drain line coming down, but we also got the vent that's going off the back. And so this is gonna be our system here that will be dumping all of our precious deposits into that, and then that'll allow us to take it over to the septic and actually put it down the system. So with that being said, now let's head over to the shade structure. All right, guys, so if you remember, these sandbags were basically busted around the entire periphery of the yard. But as you can see now, all of them have been redone, so we touched those up. And also, if you step over here, Bone, we ended up adjusting the shade structure a little bit. There's two things that I noticed. One, the eyelets were actually connected directly onto the wire, and that was aluminum, so that constant friction wore those out. So what we've done is we've actually now adjusted it, so we've got these quick links. Come on over here. So we've got these quick links that are connected instead. That does a couple of different things. It allows for us to take these off when they need to be replaced, or in the winter to get rid of them so that they don't season quite as fast. And then also we've adjusted the cables, and we've added some bigger, beefier eye screws to them as well right here. Now, we ran out of material, so we haven't gotten all the way around it. Did a bunch in the yard here today, added new speakers, and we added the basketball hoop. So from that perspective, guys, we got a lot of the sandbags done. We got a lot of things done, but we have so much more to do. So follow up on the next video and we'll show you the further updates for the field. Until then, I'll see you guys later.